What is going on, Rangers fans? Welcome back to another series recap. Boom, this was a massive series against the Seattle Mariners. Really big for AL West standings here. I know it's still early before the All-Star break, but still, you do not want to fall many games behind, especially in the AL West, which if you don't win the AL West, it's shaping up like you're not making uh, the postseason as a wild card or anything. So you really need to win the AL West. So massive series against the Seattle Mariners. Let's get into it. Game number 1 on Friday. The Rangers fall 3-2. Low scoring matchup. Nice pitching from both sides, really. But Andrew Heaney started the game. He gave up 3 runs. Then Jose Urena came in and finished out the entire game. So only Heaney and Urena pitched. 3 runs given up, and that's all the Mariners needed. They had Luis Castillo on the mound, who's had a solid year. It's not like he's been absolutely dominant like we've seen in the past from Castillo, but still really good. He only gave up 2 earned runs. Then they had a slew of other guys just come in and really just slam the door on the game. 5 total hits for the Texas Rangers. Simeon got him a hit. Garcia, Lowe, Langford got 2 hits. That was all it for the Rangers. But it was nice to see Urena come in there and do really good. And go into game 2, Rangers fall 7-5. Now, this game was a little more interesting. Yes, a lot more runs. The Rangers actually out-hit Seattle in this game, but they still lost. Eovaldi pitched, and he only went 3 innings. He gave up 4 earned runs. He walked a ton of guys. He walked 4 batters, but he also struck out a ton of guys, which is, it's weird. Like, pitching's weird. So if you're a high strikeout guy, you're naturally going to throw a lot of pitches because, you're not getting outs early in the counts. They're working longer at bats and you're striking them out. So when you have high strikeouts and high walks, usually you can't get deep into the game. So he only went 3 innings. Brock Burke, remember that name? Brock Burke pitched. He did really good. He pitched 2 2/3, struck out 4 guys, only walked a guy, didn't allow a hit, a run, nothing. Hey, so maybe that's some that's a bright spot there. Brock Burke. And then Jonathan Hernandez, he came in, gave up a run. And then Jesus Tinoco came in, and he gave up a couple of runs. So 7 runs, but there in the 9th inning, the Rangers actually made it a little bit interesting. They got a few runners on. They made it interesting, but they just couldn't get enough runs. It was too little too late. It was 7-1 going into the 9th inning. Then some stuff happened. Looks like Langford grounds into a force out, scored a run. Josh Smith walked. Langford scored 7-3. Then Simeon hits a single, 7-5. But we just couldn't get enough runs there at the end of the game. And it's really hard. Seager was up at the end of the game. You kind of thought maybe, hey, let's see some magic. But it's really hard at the end of the game in the 9th inning to try to score 6 runs to tie up the game, 7 runs to try to take the lead. So the Rangers fall in game 2. Then in game 3, just a tough one to watch. Happy Father's Day, everybody, by the way. Happy Father's Day. And the Rangers lost 5-0. Rangers got 2 hit today. Logan Gilbert was amazing. He pitched great today. He went 8 innings. He only gave up 2 hits. He struck out 9, walked nobody. So really tough outing for the Rangers offensively. 2 hits. One coming off the bat of Nathaniel Lowe. One from Andrew Kisner. So not ideal. You don't have your big name guys in there getting hits for you like Simeon, Seager, and Adolis. Man, just 2 hits. This was a tough game to watch. 5 runs for the Mariners, though. Dunning pitched, and he got into some trouble early. But, if you give up 1 run, anyway, game was over as far as we know it because the Rangers got shut out. So really tough series. This was not ideal to get swept in this series. The Rangers are 8.5 games back. Gosh, gives me a headache to say that. 8.5 games back of Seattle here. Whew. Seattle is 43-31. The Rangers are 33-38. They're going to have to start winning a lot of ball games to try to come back from this. And I honestly don't know what the Rangers can do to start hitting and scoring more runs. I think we've been spoiled the past few seasons with just scoring I don't even know. It was like over 6 runs a game, I think. We're just spoiled with it. So now, the starters have been doing pretty solid. I know this series, still, it's not like they're giving up 20 runs a game. So that's my thing. It's like, we want, Scherzer and DeGrom and Malley, we want all these guys, but starting pitching's really not the problem. And the bullpen's actually been pretty good too. So it's just is Josh Young the ticket? Is that the power we're missing? I know his first 4 games this year, he was just on a tear. So is that really just the guy we need? Because now it looks like Seager's healthy. He's been good when he's healthy as of late. But the other guys, what's the deal? So we need the All-Star break to happen, I feel like. Maybe just hit a quick reset. I don't know who's going to be an all-star for this team. I think Kirby Yates needs to be an all-star. Josh Smith. I don't really know off the top of my head who's going to be an all-star on this team, but Kirby Yates absolutely has to be an all-star. John Gray, I don't know if John Gray's pitched enough. So, that's all I got for y'all. Looks like the Rangers play the Mets starting tomorrow, so that should be an interesting series. Hopefully the Rangers can win a few games there. Try to get back on track because we got to start winning some ball games. Well, happy Father's Day, everybody. Thanks for listening, taking your time out of the day, and let's go Rangers.